What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we finished up the, I think, final Severance? Severance Resolve with Kaitl's help, and she was able to beat her demon, Gaul, being her demon. We got Safina, we got Crow, or not Crow, excuse me, that's Uldren, and then, of course, Gaul over here. But apparently there's still more. Now, really quickly, before I do anything else, I want to show where these this bobblehead that we actually picked up in the last mission is placed. I want to say this one goes all the way over here. So you can display that, but you're supposed to get them in every single one of these, one of the locations listed here. You've got one in each area of the Castellum on the Leviathan, and then one in every single Sever mission. So a total of 9 that you need to pick up. I am not going to be showing the locations to all these because it's not really all that necessary. They're just collectibles, more additional things you can get. We've already skipped a lot of collectibles in this Let's Play thus far, but I just wanted to at least demonstrate how you actually get your hands on one of those. Anyway, let's talk to the Crown of Sorrow and see what Eris has for us now.
It is as I feared. We were too late. In spite of our efforts, the lunar pyramid has surged to life, and the depths of the moon roar with this monumental change. Calus has assumed control. But all may not be lost. Calus's psychic imprint is massive. Like a snail coiled within its shell, not all of him has slithered out of the Leviathan and into the pyramid. If we strike now, as one, at the heart of Calus's presence within the Leviathan, we may yet be able to prevent him from turning the power of the pyramid against us. A ritual of this size will require a massive amount of power, and all of our combined efforts. Crow, Kaidal and Zavala will need to coordinate with you. Return to the Leviathan. Gather the reagents we need to perform one last ritual, and perhaps, just perhaps, we will be able to prevent disaster.
Okay, I'm going to grab my upgrades, though, really quickly. So I've actually got 3 here that I can work on. I'm going to increase those, also get a little bit of additional umbral energy, and also additional from the Nightmare Containments themselves. Look at that. We only really have 4 left to get, 2 of which are in here, 1 of which is for finishing this week's mission, and the last of which is actually this final one, which I would need to do 2 more Nightmare Containments to get it, and I'm probably going to end up actually being 1 short. Isn't that kind of hilarious? I can also redeem some of these here, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these umbral engrams into here. I'm going to grab a few of these. Since I can grab a total of 4, I think I'll grab 2 from each. Focusing, got also a Hollow Denial, and then finally another Calus mini tool. So I ended up going a little bit overboard on the Calus mini tools because I really didn't need that many. This one is the exact same roll as the Hollow Denial I have up here, but I'm actually going to get rid of that one just because this is a slightly higher level. And why don't we actually go check out our Postmaster really quickly before we call this, and then I'm going to see you guys at the last Sever mission once all is said and done. But let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness, I have a whole lot of things I need to be picking up here. So we got a Beloved with Compulsive Reloader, Box Breathing, Well-rounded Repulsor Blaze, Lead from Gold Wellspring, that one's okay. Grave Robber, Tap the Trigger, Hip Fire Vorpal Weapon, and Rangefinder, Unrelenting, Wait, hold on, one more. Yep, they all kind of suck. All right, well, I'm just going to end up getting rid of all of these. Maybe I should have kept that 1575 for the sake of my power level, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's just get rid of all these, grab ourselves that Prime Engram, and I will see you all in the Sever mission in just a bit. And so it begins, Catharsis.
This is it. No margin for error. Eris, Crow, Keitel, get into position and plant your amplifiers. Guardian, straight down the middle. Go make some noise and draw Calus's forces to you. Amplifier set. Status report.
My amplifier is set, and I am in position in the throne room. My coward of a father is nowhere to be found. Working on it. I've got a lot of heat back here. Do you hear that?
Kaidal, what is it? Kaidal?
Her comms are being blocked. Guardian, get to the throne room and see what's going on.
I'm going. Oh my gosh, I haven't been here since the opening mission. It's been a little bit. Up we go, straight down the middle. Like Zavala said, we got a lot of ground to cover, and I am running a completely different setup actually on this one, just for the heck of it. But we're still running solar at the very least to maintain that bit of consistency, of course. But yeah, so this is it. This is the final mission of Season of the Haunted. Let's see what I was gonna say Keitel, but Calus has in store for us.
Amplifier set! Heading to... Oh! Ah! Ah!
Crow? Crow, report. Eris, can you reach him?
I'm already on my way.
Guardian, stick to the plan. Find Calus and... Ah!
Well, that ain't good. Uh-oh. Jeez. We gotta go. We gotta go. We can't dawdle. Oh. Now that is unexpected.
The others are not with you? Then we do this alone.
All right, Keitel. We can do it. Let's go.
Father! Do you see me? Show yourself!
Come on down. Let's place our rally banner. Here we go.
I see you, daughter. I see your failures, your doubts, your fears. You could have stood at my side, but instead, you chose this.
Let's begin. All right, first things first, we got the Fanatic. Let's take him out. And Keitel is going to help us, which is good. We definitely could use all the help in the world. But it doesn't seem like I'm actually I'm definitely not doing any damage to Calus himself, but how about the Fanatic? Oh, that's a little bit. All right, let's hit you with a lot. There we go. Okay. Might have been a little bit of overkill, but that's okay. Let's take them all out. Use my shotgun here. All right, I need to keep doing more damage. That thing is completely invincible. What do we got over here? We got... Oh, hey, it's the Scythe. All right, let's put it to work. See if we can get an ignition going. That would be great. Come on. There it is. That's what I like to see. All right, almost. More. Take that shield down. It is doing more damage to Calus overall. Almost dead. There it is. Beautiful.
Don't mind, but I couldn't resist a chance to be a hero one last time.
You are safe
Calus.
on my side, Guardian.
This is going to hurt. A lot.
Wait, Crow, where are you? Well, we're behind in the shield at the very least, completely safe. I don't know what Crow is throwing at Calus here in a second, but we'll find out. Keep taking him out. We're good. Good job. What do you got? Well, there's another one of these. Looks like we got two of these things this time. That's Gaul this time. Okay, so he's probably got a lot more health that we got to deal with. Come on. Just keep getting those ignitions. It's doing the job. He doesn't seem to be as hard to deal with because he doesn't have those individual phases like the Fanatic does. Oh, jeez. Okay, I almost died there. That could have been bad. Hi. Just a moment while I throw that at you. Take you out. All right, we need to move. You know what? Okay, I need to weaken that. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have. That's the problem is I let the shield come back. Just a moment. I have a plan. Blow up. There it is. All right, I'm here. He's using our submachine gun. Come on in if you dare. Oh, okay, we got it. I'm going to use my shotgun this time. Oh, I love her little stomps that she does. It's nice to be on to have that on my side instead of being on the receiving end all the frickin' time. Hate those. All right, we're good, we're good. Okay, Scythe is back. Now you just got to focus on you. Catharsis. There we go. Keep hitting you. Get that scorched ignitions going. Oh gosh, all right, I'm moving. Give me that restoration. Sometimes all you need to do to keep restoration going is just focus on the little minions. But if we can get that ignition, that's what I like to see.
There is nothing to fear.
Don't.
Where is Calus?
Dead. He has given himself over to the witness. My father is gone.
Safi.
What a beautiful season. Really, what a beautiful, beautiful season. Honestly, it's hard to say if that's my favorite one that they've ever done, because every year has had a standout one, I would have to say. Back with Forsaken, it was certainly Season of Opulence. Follow-up was in Shadowkeep's. All of its seasons were kind of weak except for Season of Arrivals, but that was really only a standout just because it had so much to do. I mean, I don't know. That season was... It was a good one. It was a good one. It was, I think, bolstered by the fact that all the seasons before it were so weak. Undying, I know everyone likes Dawn, but I thought that was a crappy one too. And then Worthy were all just kind of terrible. And then Arrivals really, I think, saved that entire year. With Beyond Light, it was certainly Season of the Chosen, but with Witch Queen, without a doubt, I think Haunted was the best one just because of the implications and the storytelling. I mean, and honestly, the set pieces as well. I mean, the Sever missions, you could give them a little bit of crap because, you know, every 2 Sever missions were the same, with just slight variations in like the dialogue and stuff, and a little bit in the structure of the missions themselves. Like they would sometimes have different enemies in different rooms, but aside from that, you were running through the same areas with each one, and you were really in it for the dialogue. But that, on top of having the entire Leviathan as a patrol space, on top of the Nightmare Containment activity, on top of the way the story was told, on top of that ending mission Catharsis, on top of how good all of the gear was, absolutely worth every penny. I mean, really incredible in what they were able to do there with that season. It really just kind of feels... I remember when the premise of it was dropped, it was like... is there a point to all this? Is it really all that necessary? It just seems a little bit superfluous. Almost, I mean, more than anything, I thought this was going to be the ultimate filler season, and it ended up being the strongest. It really was. And not to knock on the next 2 seasons too much, because they absolutely have their moments as well and have a lot of good things about them, but this was without a doubt the standout. And kind of a recurring theme across the seasons as well in the last few years. I mean, where they seem to save the strongest story moments at the very least for that second season, the one that follows the expansion, and then usually the season after that is more of the filler before we get a strong conclusion leading into the next expansion. But we'll talk about that as we get into Season of the Plunder and Season of the Seraph. But let's end this off on a high note. Let's go and talk to the Crown of Sorrow one more time. Tie this all up with a nice little bow.
Even with all our strength, we barely stopped Calus. This was not a victory, Guardian. It has merely bought us time. Calus has become an emissary of the Witness. He is the harbinger of the second collapse. For all we know, this was Calus's plan from the beginning. Luring Guardians to his side with promises of riches and lavishing them with praise. Only to slaughter all of humanity at the behest of a voice whispering to him in the dark. Calus may be gone, but the Leviathan remains, and it will take months to clear out the remaining nightmares and assure it is no longer a threat. But even those efforts may be for naught. We have reached the point of no return. The Witness is near. It is the beginning of the end.
And there it is. We got a couple of upgrades there. Might as well put this into, I mean, honestly, I don't even know what. I guess I'll just put it into that one. It doesn't really matter at this point because we are effectively done. I'm going to turn in one last opulent weapon there, see if we can get something good out of our Austringer. Rampage, not bad. Air Assault, pretty freaking weak. But you know what? I'm happy because at the very least, I did get my Calus mini tool that I wanted. Got a pretty decent Without Remorse and Nezarex's Whisper. I'm satisfied. I think we did pretty darn good for this season. But we're going to end this off by taking one last look at this thing. Next episode begins Season of the Plunder. Just be aware that Season of the Plunder is kind of a filler season, but it does actually have some pretty important story implications, at least as far as future things are concerned. There is a possibility, I do not know at the moment of recording this, but there is a possibility it will actually be incredibly valuable in regards to some rumored things that may or may not take place in Lightfall. I don't want to say that with 100% confidence yet, but if that is the case, yeah, you still want to pay attention to the actual events of this season. I do think it is going to be strong. And then Season of the Seraph, also pretty darn strong. So with all that said, let's end this off by taking a look at the projector here, and then we will call it. But guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.
I received your last message. Whatever reckless plan brings you to the reef need not be shared with the Vanguard or the Guardian. But keep me informed at the very least. Those haunted here have found a measure of peace, but it takes more than resolve to overcome one's regrets. We have both felt it. How a moment of pain can weave into the whole of our lives. How it binds us to patterns of thought and action. I have stared into the eyes of my pain made manifest. Pleaded with it, raged at it. What face would your nightmare wear? For so long, I believed peace was beyond my reach. No more. I have found it in guiding others down the same path that saved me. But I might allow myself to want more than peace. What? I am not certain. Is joy the word? Might I find that again? You told me to live my life. There is more truth in you than either of us would care to admit. I have something that will be of interest to you. The lunar pyramid remains rife with secrets. Meet with me, and we will discuss what I have found.